Blog Talk Radio.
Hallelujah. Oh, we can't forget where we come from. But come on, let's have a look. Something about the legend. I realize it's a little sweet.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Monday Motivation Half Hour of Power. I am, of course, the Queen, Angela Thomas Smith. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I need to see if my guest host, are you there?
Hey. Peace and abundant divine blessings. Can you hear me?
Yes. How are you, Brother Huni?
I'm doing excellent with that therapy. You're acting up already.
I'm doing great. I am glad to have you today. New to me. I am super.
I want you to look at the word happiness. And faith, one of the greatest challenges is joy is tapping back into our greatest gift. And that greatest gift is the hope. I'm going to take it back to your own hope. Said, life is forget God. It's no myself. This is why God came. That God came and got people back and realized that the need itself is very tough on what can control I have so whatever your up is the divine gift of life. And once we accept that and be grateful for the life that we have, and God, whatever challenges thing. All kind of things happen. And if you're not careful, it's gonna infringe on some days. One of the greatest challenges is they have. So now this is also going to provide an answer that a lot of people, but why is taking so long to find happiness? And if you do find happiness, why is it such a fleeting thing? Why the carry the thing? Why?
Okay, y'all. So I see Facebook just not going to let me be great this morning. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead. Good morning, y'all. I see. But it's okay, y'all. I am yet here. I am yet present. I hope you guys can hear me. I just had a rough morning, so I said, you know what, I'm going to try to put on a replay and allow, because I did not want to not be on this morning, but I'm just not in a place where I just want to present myself before you on camera. So I'm here. I'm yet present. And I just want y'all to know that in spite of, we got to continue to press. The enemy has truly, truly been busy. But one thing I won't allow him to do is I will never allow him to get the glory that we're supposed to give our Father. So no matter what it looks like, and no matter what I may be dealing with in the physical, I know that this is only temporary. I know that it's only temporary because I know the God that I serve, and I know that He will not sleep nor slumber when it comes to us, when it comes to concerning us. He's going to watch over His word until it's performed and perfected in our lives. He's not going to allow us to lack. He's not going to allow us if we just be obedient. You know, I'm reminded of the scripture this morning came out of Exodus, and I'm just reminded of that scripture. You know, when I think about how I used to make excuses about why I couldn't do stuff and why I didn't do stuff, and when I found that scripture, see, when we get in the Word and we truly understand the Word and we truly say we're gonna live and die for God and we really gonna serve Him, then these words on these pages begin to be life. They begin to come to life to me, and they begin to give me a sense of something, and it makes me want to move from where I am. But see, some of us, we get caught, we get stuck in that position where it's okay to make excuses. See, I can't make excuses no matter what it is. I can't make excuses because I know that I didn't get dropped out of the sky. I know that there's something that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not supposed to be here just occupying space. I don't care how tired I am. I don't care how much I got on my plate. I said, when I said yes to this, when I lay down at night, I want to be empty. Thing that I can do in this day, that when I lay down, I am empty. So that when I sleep and I rest and while I'm recouping, He can fill me up anew. Because I've given all that I could on that day before. But see, some of us, we don't even come to the plate. We don't even step up to the plate. We always have an excuse. Like my big brother O say, excuses are for the incompetent. And if you're able to comprehend, if you're able to understand, then there's no reason why you should be making excuses. Today, I want you to think about some of those things. What if God said He gonna wait till tomorrow to answer your question? What if God say I got too many other people asking for this and asking for that, so I can't do this for you today? What if He put you on the back burner? What if He put you to the side? What if He said He's too tired today? He never tells us He's too tired. He never tells us that whatever excuse we make, He never gives us an excuse. He always answers us. He may not answer us the way we want to be answered, but He always answers. But because He don't always answer the way that we want to be answered, sometimes we think that He ain't answered when He already answered you. He answered you when you asked. But are you in place? Are you aligned that you can receive that you asked for? See, some of us, we all out of order because we ask for stuff, and then we don't do what we're supposed to do to get what we ask for, or even to keep what we ask for. And then we wonder why we constantly going through, and why it's always the same little circle. See, if you're wondering why you keep going through the same test, why the same thing keeps happening to you, then that's when you got to sit back and you got to think about what it is that I'm not doing. Because what you think you're doing, you're not doing. So think about what you're not doing so that you can get in place to align with that He said He has in store for you. So a lot of us, God has told us to go out and write books, go out and host podcasts, go out and be keynote speakers, go out and hold workshops, go out and do a lot more than what we're doing. Sit down on the gift. We'll sit down on that God has told us to do. Why? When we move out our own way, He'll begin to open doors. Now, I don't come on here and tell y'all stuff that I've not been through. If I'm telling you something, it's something that I had to deal with. It's something that I went through myself. So I can't speak on stuff that I don't know nothing about. Speak on that I've been doing, that I've experienced. But I can tell you that making excuses and procrastinating, it gets you nowhere. It keeps you in a place of oppression. It keeps you in a place of feeling unfulfilled. It keeps you in a place of doubt. And it keeps you in a place of unmotivation. So if you're ready to be motivated, if you're ready to come out of that you're in, get up and do something. All you got to do is get up. I hear a lot of people say that what is for me is for me, yeah. But if you don't do nothing to get what is for you, guess what? It's not going to come to you. He said, faith without works is dead. You can't expect a job to find you if you ain't went out there and put in no applications and went on no interviews or prepared yourself for it. So we got to be careful of those things that we say and those things that we remind ourselves and those things that we speak over our lives. Oh, well, it's for me, it's going to come. Yeah, it's going to come, but you got to do the work. If you don't do no work, it's not going to come. So whatever the situation may be, if you don't do the work, no, it's not going to come. If you want the best from God, guess what? You got to give him your best. You got to give him your best in order to receive the best from him. You can't come to him half-stepping and think he's going to pour out to you the world. If you want the world from him, you got to give him something to give you. If you're not putting nothing in the bank, you can't get nothing out of the bank. So if you ain't giving God nothing, he ain't going to give you nothing. Yeah, he loves you, but he's not going to give you nothing if you're not putting nothing in the bank. He wants you to work on you too. He wants you to do something too. Because if you just take the first step, he'll take the rest for you. But we got to get that mindset. We got to get out of that mindset of thinking that, well, whatever God has for me is for me, and it's going to fall in my lap. No, it's not. Align yourself. Do the work and allow God to do what he said he would do for you. He will. He'll bless you with everything that you want, your heart desires. But he's not going to do it if you don't do nothing. See, a lot of us are sitting on gifts that God has given us, and we expecting him to do something when he's giving you the gift to do it with. But then we want something for nothing. Y'all, that season is over. And if you want to see the materialization and the manifestation of his word in your life, you got to put in the work. So if you're wondering why things keep going in a circle, step back and look at yourself. Step back and evaluate what you're doing. What works are you doing to activate your faith? What works are you doing? I want y'all to be encouraged on this Monday. I was trying to play a replay, but the enemy was busy. He didn't want me to be great this morning, but it's okay. It's not going to stop me. I'm going to continue to do what he has told me to do. And that was to be on this platform every Monday morning. Whether I'm well or not, whether I'm happy or sad, whether whatever the case may be. Until he tell me different, it's every Monday morning to provide encouragement, to motivate somebody for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. But see, some of y'all wouldn't even do that. Some of y'all would make an excuse. Some of y'all would have, oh, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. We all do. But when God tells me to do something, and if he drops something in my spirit to do, I'm going to give it my all. I'm not going to half step at all. People ask me all the time, do you do all the stuff that you do? It's not by my strength. It's by the one that created me, the one that made me. I only can do the things that I do by his power because I have no power. I am powerless, and only through him I have power. So I have to move out my own way. And I have to let him do what he said he would do concerning me. And y'all, when we do that, when we humble ourselves, be grateful, and when we take the steps to do the things that he's asked us and called us to do, we'll see doors open. We'll see doors open that we didn't even think would open. Doors that we couldn't imagine open. Y'all, I'm telling you, I look at all the things that God has done in my life over the last 5 years and where I was 10 years ago. Did I think that I would ever be doing half of the stuff that I'm doing? Did I think that I would be an author of almost 100 books? Who? A little old country girl from Levelland, South Carolina. Who would have thought that I would have been an international Internet Radio Hall of Famer for broadcasting? Who would have thought that I'm doing? I wouldn't have been able to do if I had not believed that I could, and I stepped out on faith and believed. I did the work. I didn't just step out and just believe that, oh, this is going to happen. It's going to happen. I had to do the work. I had to write the book in order for him to show me how to publish. I had to begin to do research. I had to put in some work in order for him to push, to catapult me. But see, some of us don't even take the first step. We waiting for a white horse to ride up out the sky. It's not happening. If you want something to happen, you got to get up and you got to do something. We all have issues. None of us are perfect, because if we was, we would not be here. We all have things going on, but we can't allow those things, because those things of nature, they are flesh, they are of this world. We are spiritual beings, and we got to learn how to move in the spirit and stop allowing these fleshly things to hold us back. And we got to learn how to speak life and to speak to our body and to speak these things so that we can move, y'all, and waiting for something to happen. This season, if you don't do it, it's not going to happen. So I want to encourage y'all today to get up, do something different. Do something that you haven't done before. And be expecting. Be expecting. Because he'll do it. Change your mindset. Get out of that old way of thinking and making excuses. Now, excuses are for the incompetent. And none of you are incompetent. If you're holding down a job, if you're writing books, if you're speaking on platforms, if you're hosting podcasts, you're not incompetent. You are competent. You are a leader. It's time that we act like it. It's time that we move like it. It's time that we take our rightful places, y'all. Because we are the ones that can shape this generation that's coming after us. But if we ain't leaving nothing to shape them, they're going to be shook just like we were. Now, it's time for change, and we have to be that change. We can't keep expecting something to happen if we don't do it. That's all I have for y'all this morning. I pray that y'all are blessed. I hope that even with all the distractions with this broadcast, that something resonated with you, that something touched your spirit, and something ignited something in you that makes you want to go out and do those things that God has put in your heart. God, if he told you to write a book, write that book. If he told you to be on a podcast, be on that podcast. Whatever he's told you to do, y'all do it. And watch how many doors he opens for you. And watch how many connections he makes. You'll start meeting people that you never thought you would. I'm telling you, who thought? Me. Speaking in Dubai, speaking in Africa, speaking in different places that I've never touched my foot on. This is going to be my first time going to Texas, but I've been speaking in Texas forever. Been touching lives in Texas forever. But May 18th will be my first time ever stepping foot on the grounds of Texas. But how many people I know in Texas? How many lives have I touched in Texas? Only by God. But not because I was quiet and I was still and I did nothing. I had to get out here and do something, y'all. Do the same. Y'all, this is your week. This is the day that you can change everything that is going wrong in your life. This is the day that you can change. So, y'all, I encourage you to do that. Do that. Y'all be blessed.